how is the IMF responding to emerging global challenges and meeting the needs of its membership? I'm Andre Huey, and this is the IMF Daily Report, and coming to you from Washington, D.C. at the IMF headquarters, where the IMF hosts its annual general meeting, spring meetings, every spring along with the World Bank. I should let you know that this report is brought to you with the kind compliments of Hope Economics. Now, that point that I just raised was the focal point of a press conference organized by the IMF, hosted by the Managing Director of the IMF, Kristalina Georgieva. She spoke about the IMF's response to emerging global crises and challenges and how it's also meeting the needs of its members. Now, this press conference was held Thursday, April 18th at 8 a.m. at the IMF Headquarters 1, which is the building right behind me. There are two headquarters for the IMF, Headquarters 1 and Headquarters 2, which is to my left. Now, the IMF Managing Director outlined three main policies that the fund is pursuing and is encouraging its members also to pursue as it meets the global challenges and the needs of its members. One of the first policy that she outlined is building fiscal buffers. This, even though there has been a positive 3% economic growth and declining inflation.
In a world where crises keep coming, countries must urgently build fiscal resilience to be prepared for the next shock. As hard as it is, when still part of the population needs support and half of the world is going to the polls, the time has come to adopt medium-term frameworks for fiscal consolidation. We recognize one size does not fit all. The pace and speed of consolidation will vary depending on country circumstances. So will also the balance between mobilizing revenue and improving spending efficiency.
The second priority outlined by the IMF Managing Director in terms of policy agenda is revising growth prospects. This includes cutting red tape and bureaucracy in government, which she says will help with economic growth.
Foundational reforms, strengthening governance, cutting red tape, increasing female labor market participation, improving access to capital, they're all essential for growth, and even more so are productivity-enhancing structural reforms and investment in human capital, the green and the digital transition. With artificial intelligence already upon us, coordination on global rules is as important as having the technology and the skills to tap into it.
Some high points there from the IMF Managing Director press conference held on Thursday morning at the IMF headquarters. We'll have more in this report and other reports from the IMF annual spring meetings here in Washington, D.C. Coming to you from Washington, D.C. for SKN Newsline at the IMF headquarters, I'm Andre Huey. Hope Economics is an economic and development consulting firm specializing in economic policy, advising, business and trade advisory, research and project management. We work with governments, private sector agencies, multinational institutions, and non-profit organizations across the Caribbean region. Led by principal consultant Kevin Hope, Hope Economics applies rigorous analytic skills and local knowledge to address key challenges facing Caribbean economies. They work closely with governments and partners to design evidence-based solutions and support sustainable development across the region. For more information or to book services, email admin@hopeeconomics.com or contact WhatsApp 268-721-0936 or 203-257-8785. Hope Economics. Your dreams are our mission.